Hi guys, welcome to our third chapter on human figurative drawing. This chapter we can call as using basic shapes for using basic shapes to draw gesture drawing. Basic shapes to draw gesture drawing. So from this class onwards, we will we will be having more work to do on our figurative drawing. As you have already seen, if not, please see my first and second video. First, you have to make the gesture drawing just like this. Maybe whatever the pose is, whatever the S curve. Please see what is S curve in my gesture drawing. And then adding more details to the head, which I have already told how to do in my second video. Do see that. And from now onwards we are going to use three more shapes. One is spherical, which is circle. Another is cylinder, and third is rectangular cuboid, I would say. Not a cuboid. So these three shapes we are actually going to use to build our new gesture drawing and take it to the next level. So now our gesture drawing will be in a complete three-dimensional form. So let's get started with that. I hope you are holding your pencil as far away from the tip. Try to make your strokes like that. Again, these basic things which are very important, and they do they do progress. They do give a lot of progress to your drawings in a long run. So let's get started with this chapter. So this this is the reference I'm using. You can use, I will say, don't use stiff reference maybe of bodybuilder or anything stiff. Use maybe the way I'm using the dancers or anything, because we need our poses to be dynamic. Again, I'll just help you to spot the S curve. Very spot curve. S curve is quite evidential in this example. See, S curve. So S curve is in hands also. So see, if you don't want to make S curve in the hand, it's fine, but do make it for the spine. So let me make our gesture drawing in a three-dimensional form. Again, I will definitely recommend you to use different pencils. So first, make the gesture drawing, which we have already done in our previous class. So this the head, and right, try to use your full try to use the full page. I am doing like this because I have no other options. If I will be practicing, I won't be. See the how I am using my lines. So try to be very fluid. Don't don't be afraid to make wrong strokes. Nothing is wrong in the field of art, to be honest. So I will take another pen, you know, to give the highlight to our drawing. So maybe a blue pen, and I will take another layer. So let me zoom in a bit for the head, and you can see in our second chapter we were talking about this. So just give the cue lines. We are not making any detailed head study for now, but we definitely are aiming to do a little bit more, a little bit better wire framework for a drawing, and do make the, the three-dimensional nose like this. This is the shape I'm using. If you want to see, yeah, like this. So something like this. You don't have to be absolutely right at this stage, guys. This is more of a study. Just think this thing as a study. Try to make jawline, because in some, foreshortening views, making jawline actually helps. So there is another shape I'm using. See, like the cylinder one. Now, like this, for the neck. So don't make it very stiff like this. See the way I have given it a curve. Make it in a curve. It gives more energy to your drawing. And same cylinder can be used for your hands as well, like this. I mean, this was the arms part, and this is the forearms part, right? For the hands, I will say hands are the very complicated thing to make, to be honest. So you can make a very plain kind of a rectangular, shape here, but you can leave hand like this also. We'll do very detailed study of hand in our future classes. So again, cylinder for the hand, something like that. But before I make the second arm, let me tell you how to do this torso part, which is the upper body part. So if you guys don't know, the upper body part is called the torso part. This part is called the crotch area, or maybe pelvic. This is the lower body part, which we all know is thighs and calves and all. So again, we are again using rectangular cuboid here to give a three-dimensional shape to our figure, something like that. This is for the the side plane. You can see in my figure also there is a side plane. See the side plane, how we are breaking it. Guys, don't make it over the your reference. That was just for your first chapter, when you don't have any previous or formal education of fine arts. But from this chapter onwards, you should be able to draw it separately. So for the pelvic region, smaller one maybe, right, like this. It's not, they are not always aligned, to be honest. Not always aligned. Just forgot to make the second arm. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make the entire hand. That's all right. So yeah, using cylinder, and I'm going to attach. For the leg, you can do the same thing. Make two cylinders just like this, you know, just like this. Another cylinder, just like this. See, you are getting a little bit idea. I mean, it's not very great, but you are getting an idea what I meant by giving, what I meant by using shapes for a gesture drawing. So that's it, guys. This is the third chapter. In this chapter, we are aiming this thing. We have to attain a three dimension like this, right? I'm going to give you one more example, and this is going to be. I will try to be a bit nicer with this one, and we'll give a little bit of shading also, so that you will see the three dimension in my shape as well. If you wish, you can make all of them rectangles, but for now, I will say use cylinders, because when foreshortening happens, cylinders are much better, you know uh, way to achieve foreshortening. So let me do another example for you. And this example, what do you think, guys? Should I make this one or this one? We can go about we can Let's make this one. This one seems pretty tough. Try to make tough ones. I mean, I'm not saying just make something which you can't, but don't be afraid of anything. We have to make everything. So again, for the head study, for our initial gesture, I'm making circle like this. Like S curves. Spot the S curve. S curve like this. This is clavicle. This the hands. This time I'm using S curve for hands as well. And Q for pelvic, like this. You will be amazed in future how from this simple gesture you can make a very detailed kind of drawing. I will choose another layer now, and a little bit darker this time. So let's give like the more three-dimensional look. First, give the Q lines, you know, for the nose, for the mouth, eyes, and this ear, right? I also want you to give three dimensionals, uh, for the nose, which would be something like this, and this one. Unfortunately, I'm not work. It's better to work on paper, guys. It's better to work on paper. And just a jawline I'm giving. No need to give hairline at this point. And so for the neck, we are making a cylinder kind of a shape like this. And now I'm going to make torso. I will always say make torso after neck before making arms. It's Then things get more easier. So a little bit dynamic torso here we have, right? Like this, like this. This is the torso part, and so there is see this S curve. So this is how our spine is joined from the neck to the pelvic region, something like this. This is how our pelvic bone is kind of shaped. We are not going to make it in this way. Just make it rectangle if you want, like I did in my previous example. So you can, like always reverse the video, pause it wherever you think I'm going very fast. You can ask me also in the comment section if you feel like. I will definitely help you. And again, making two cylinders, right? Making two cylinders. Let me make this a little bit smaller so that, but I have to select both the layers to do that. like this. And for the leg, you can make another cylinder like this. Use like three-dimensional shapes. Make your own shapes. Ultimately, all of them are basic shapes only. See, just make your own shape. You don't have to be accurate at this point. Just just try to capture the gesture. A very, oh, too big. Arm is too big. So something like that. I can correct it in next stage. This one I will make a little bit detailed for you. So there's another, you know, cylinder for the arm, for the forearms. This is the hand. So let me choose the third layer. This is going to be a black one. And let me take another pencil. Yeah, so this is more pointed pencil. If I'll just decrease the opacity a bit, 72%, a little bit more for this one, and now I will draw over this. So this is our nose, right? So this is how, this is the shape. This is the shape. So for the eyes, I told you to make something like this. I'm going to give a little bit shape to the face as well. You know, you don't have to make that, use cross. See, I'm using like this hatching method. Don't do this. Don't do this. You will see in future why I'm saying not to use that technique. And I'm just making ear for this. You can, for your own practice, you can make these things, but we will be learning these things separately. The hairline I'm making. You can start making hairline. It's quite easy. So the jawline is here. See how it connects to the ear over here. The neck. So don't make too many details. I'm just converting our shapes into three-dimensional, you know, to give a more three-dimensional look. So you will see what we are achieving here. So this is our shape, and this is our torso. See, we made a little bit mistake here. Arms are a little more closer, and I'm going to give a little bit of hatching here to give some, depth to our shape. Again, we have to be quick, guys. Don't spend too much time. See, don't give too much details at this stage. You have to make lot of these, as many as you can. That's how you are going to improve. So another shape, and try to see, this is the plane. You can see that plane over here also, isn't it? There is a plane. That's how this is what we did in our example also. So we have a more simplified version, guys, isn't it? So again, for the hands, for the legs, so you are able to see what we are trying to do here. And same cylinder here, you can give a little bit of shading. That's it. This is how you make a three-dimensional kind of, you give a three-dimensional space to your 2D gesture. which was initially something like this, something like this, and from this you went to this. So this. So this is what we have to achieve. So I hope I was clear, and we will definitely talk about this in our next class. I don't know exactly in the next class, but we will keep coming to these things again and again. And if you are not able to understand at this point, you will definitely understand in the next class. So don't be afraid. And guys, don't be afraid to make marks and be very fluid. You will learn. Give as much time as you can. And I will see you in our next chapter. Have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.